What's up, guys? Welcome back to Live with On Eagles Wings by Minimal Demand. We're so glad you guys are joining us tonight. Thank you, guys. Shout out to all my friends that may or may not be watching this. Mario.
Funny thing, Nick, I've been muted this whole time. There we go.
Ah,
All right.
classic, classic mime game.
You gotta love live events. It is good. We are here, everyone, and we're, what I was saying is, I hope you enjoy that Mario Brothers flashback or Mario Brothers, whichever you go with. I kind of go back and forth between the two, but. So we are here with you guys again tonight. Nick, what have you been up to? Have you been putting on the Quarantine 15?
Honestly, I have not. I have actually been getting out and being active and canceling it out with snacks. So I've been kind of just level.
I was doing that too. I was kind of doing that cancel out. And then this past week, I started knocking off a few, which the I lived on the Hopi Reservation for a lot of years, and I had these two scales. One that lied to me, and one that told the truth. The one that told the truth said I was 10 pounds lighter than the other one. I'm sure that was the truthful one because
Absolutely, yeah.
I was like, so which one am I going to step on? Do I want to be depressed today, or do I want, so. Well, I'll tell you, I know that we've got people out there who are in hot spots right now. I know we've got people that maybe there's not much of this virus stuff going on around you. Some states are opening back up. Others are really shut down. But wherever you're at, we are glad that you are here with us tonight, hanging with us for a little while at least. We're only going to keep you here for about 20, 30 minutes tonight. So whatever else you've got going on, you can get to it.
Yeah, honestly, like, you ain't got nothing going on, all right? You didn't watch all your shows on Netflix, right? You're doing those Netflix original movies that usually are terrible. They might be good. I don't know.
That's right.
But we're gonna take up some of your time tonight. It's been an awesome time. Spending time with the family. It's also been very different and also great. Sunshine is great. So I'm sorry if you're in the north and it's still cold that you chose to live there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So here we go. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming up tonight. We've got some Seth and Sarah. We're going to go see them. Nick will tell you about that. But one thing that we know a lot of people are asking about is what's going on with WLS this year. And if you haven't already seen the announcement, instead of getting into all of it right now, I would encourage you, go just check out the WLS Facebook page. There's a post there. Yeah, it's a little bit more to read than normal, but that's because a lot went into the decision. So go check that out, and you'll be able to find out kind of what's happening. Nick, why don't you tell us about who we're going to see next year?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be checking out Seth and Sarah. They are in New Mexico. They're right there on the border.
That's right, they are. They're in New Mexico.
They are a great Navajo couple. Really funny, great looking people.
And I'll say, once we're done hearing from them, we are going to also get to hear from a lot of warriors that were at WLS last year. You're going to get to hear from them and from a guy that most people have been to WLS called Papa Hutch. And he is going to have an awesome encouragement for you tonight. So, and we're going to wrap up with a beautiful video called Beautiful. So you want to stick around with us. But Nick, take us away to New Mexico.
Absolutely. You're going to be hearing some worship from Seth and Sarah. Those of you guys who've been to WLS, Warrior Leadership Summit, we like to hear singing, and we like to get to spend that time together. And so right now we're going to do this time. We're going to kick it over to them. And so enjoy. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Seth and Sarah. Always great to hear you guys, share your heart and your talents. But yeah, so what we're going to do now here is in just a moment, um, you guys are going to be hearing from, like Brad said, you're going to be hearing from Ron Hutchcraft. Many of you guys know him as Papa Hutch. And before that, we're going to show you guys a video, but a little bit about Ron is a personal friend, a mentor, a large reason for many Native American young people across North America knowing about Jesus, hearing about hope, and has definitely just invested his life in just telling others about the hope that he found in a personal relationship with Jesus. And so, if you guys don't know him, his name is Ron. You should check out his stuff. He's a funny guy on and off camera. Sometimes too much. We're going to kick it to a video real quick, and then you're going to hear from Ron.
Yeah, and Nick, I got to tell you would call me the tech guru, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean...
Yeah, I was muted again. So anyway, when we came back, you were not, but I was. I even clicked on mute and then it muted me again. So, but I was, man, thank you, Seth and Sarah. I said some nice things. You just couldn't hear them. So thank you for letting us know who we'll be hearing from. Can't wait to hear from Papa Hutch, Ron. I also call him Dad, so that's that works well. But we're going to watch a video now featuring a bunch of On Eagle's Wings and Native Warriors from Warrior Leadership Summit last year. And you want to check this out because we basically asked them to sum up their life in one word. And when we come back from this, I'm going to try not to have my dad muted. So there we go. We'll see you on the other side of this video.
Hey, but describe your life in one word up until now.
Amazing.
Amazing? Why?
Because I am.
So one word.
Chill, I guess.
One word.
Yep.
Calm.
Calm?
Calm.
And why?
I just try to live life, chill as best as I can. So
live life.
Chill. The one word I'm going to change is chill.
Okay.
Creative,
Creative? Why are you creative?
I like art.
Art? You're artistic?
Yes.
Just one word.
Flabbergasted.
And why?
Because life is just weird sometimes. So, yeah.
Unexpectable.
Unexpectable? And why is that?
Because, I don't know, like, just unexpected things always happen.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Both.
Chaotic. Chaotic? Yeah. Why is it chaotic? I need details now.
Yeah, like, just right after, it's that point after high school where you're going to college and just figuring out things.
Hectic.
Hectic, and why?
School, really.
It's life.
Why is it life?
Because life is life. It was given to us. So then we better make it the best we can.
Tomorrow.
Okay, and then now you gotta give me a reason why tomorrow.
Future.
Is that you? You worried about the future?
Yeah.
Why are you worried about the future?
Don't know what would happen.
Okay, thank you.
Freedom.
Freedom? And why?
Because Jesus set me free. That's why.
Anything else to add to that?
Just that I'm alive. I'm more alive now than I have ever been since I started following Jesus.
Brad had me muted. No, he didn't. I
did not.
He did too. No, he would like to. Wouldn't you like to mute your parents? Wouldn't that be great if you could just hit a button like that? But it doesn't work like that. So your life in one word, that's hard. Let's see. How about quarantine? Bored? Soap? Soap, that would do. Yeah, and then, but listen, you heard of some of those? That was nice and chill and all that stuff, but what's flabbergasted? I have to look that up. Flabbergasted, hectic, chaotic. I've had the great privilege. In fact, we're going to go by video to a reservation here in just a minute. I've had the great privilege of going to about 100 reservations and reserves all over North America with a fantastic team of young warriors. Nick's one of them. And he told me to tell you he's the best of all of them. and they're just a fantastic bunch. And they go to actually bring hope to reservations, and they get into some conversations that are pretty serious. And people tell them stuff. Local guys and gals tell them stuff that they've never told anybody. And we don't hear words like, well, the words they hear more are words like lonely, sad, hurting, abused, depressed. Rachel's one of the team leaders. She's a Navajo gal, and she's. I want you to meet her. I'm going to take you to a reservation right now by video. Actually it's in New England, and Rachel, she knows all the BIA statistics. She's lived them all. She knows all about the drugs and the alcohol, but she was just trying to deal with the pain of abuse and assault and even the suicide thing. She lived all of that. Those aren't numbers or articles in magazines on it. And she had an interesting way of showing how a lot of us feel about our life, and it actually has to do with rocks like this. Let's go with Rachel to the res.
Some of you saw me carrying this backpack around all night. It's full of big rocks, and this backpack represents a lot of my abuse, a lot of my hurt, a lot of the things that I've been through. But some of us here have been carrying this backpack for too long, for ever since the day we were born. You see, a lot of these team members have been through abuse, different things, drugs. We've done all these things to fill that emptiness in our heart. You see, a lot of people here, you come here, we're here to tell you that you don't have to carry this weight anymore. You see, I found out that there was a man, his name is Jesus. And at first I thought he was a white man's God. And I said, that's not for me. But I found out that Jesus was actually, he came from a tribe called Judah. Probably darker than me. And he carried the weight of the world. If you can imagine, I can't carry this bag. Just imagine how much pain he carried for each and every one of us. And he died for it. And 3 days later, he rose from the dead. So that each and every one of us can have a hope. So that each and every one of us don't have to carry this backpack anymore. You see, when I grew up, I heard people. This bag was full of people who sinned against me and people who I sinned against. And I carried that. And I couldn't get rid of it. But we're here to tell you that you don't need to carry this backpack anymore. And we're here to tell you that each and every one of these team members, that Jesus had the power. He was so strong that he took the weight of every wrong thing we've ever done and the wrong things done against us so that we can have hope, so that we can have a relationship.
Pretty good news, huh? Well, there's a commercial that says, "What's in your wallet?" None of your business. But I want to ask you, what's in your backpack? You know what we carry around in that invisible weight? We carry around the stuff we wish we hadn't done, but we can't erase. There are no do-overs. The stuff we wish we had done, we should have done. The stuff we think we've kept secret from people, except from us, and we still know. We got the stuff in there that we thought we'd never do. I'll never do that. And we've done it. I think we carry around all the ways we've hurt other people. A lot of times it's the people we love the most. And then just the pain and the hurt that we've been through. Backpack's getting kind of heavy, isn't it? And then you take the crisis like we've been through, and all the drama and pressure and change, and isolation and all of that. And it's like when we get a crisis or a tragedy or somebody dies, it's just like it is too much to carry. You don't have to. Rachel's got it. Now, Brad mentioned earlier about his scale that lied to him. He thought it told him the truth. I've been trying to lose weight my whole life. You say, too bad you haven't succeeded, Ron. Well, I'm working on it. But I want to tell you about the greatest weight loss program in the history of the world. It's not losing physical weight. Oh, it's much better than that. It's losing all the weight that we've carried around. It's a choice that people make that I want to explain to you in just a second. It's a choice that a lot of Native young men and women that all over the country and all those reservations have made. And that choice is the time that they lose. They've said it this way: I feel like I've lost 100 pounds on my back, except it's on your soul. Now, in just a couple minutes, we're going to have a video that I think could be one of the most encouraging you've seen in a long time. It'll build you up, and you probably need that right now. But let me tell you how you can lose the backpack and actually have a whole new beginning. And actually, you don't have to believe me on this. I really want to read it to you right straight from the Creator's own words. He has literally told us what he wants us to know in his book, the Bible. And here's why you don't have to carry it anymore. And this, what I'm going to read to you, is talking about Jesus. And I don't know what you think it was like when he was here. But this is God's Son come to earth. It says he was despised. They hated him. He was rejected. He was a man of suffering. Oh, he gets us. He's a man of suffering. Familiar with pain. When he came, just so happens in his physical being, brown-skinned guy from a tribe on land that others had taken over. But man, the pain he went through. In fact, it says he took up our pain. That's what Rachel was saying. That wasn't her idea. This is the Creator's idea. And he bore our suffering. See, the reason that we say, well, why in the world would he have to do all that? Well, here's the reason why. All of us have wandered off like sheep. This is from God. And each of us has turned to his own way. It's true. You want to know why God feels far off? He is. But it's not his fault. He is, because we decided we'd be God for ourselves. He can run the universe. We'll run us. So we've done it our way. So we lie and use people and hurt people and go outside and just kind of push God to the edge if he's even in there at all. He's not even a part of our thinking. And so because of that, we're away from him. There's Grand Canyon between us and him. No way we can get across that. No bridge long enough to cross that Grand Canyon. But listen, here's the good news. I didn't come to tell you bad news tonight. Here's how it happens with the backpack gone forever. It says that he was pierced. That's when he was nailed to a cross. He was pierced for our sins, crushed for our wrongdoing, and the punishment that brought us peace was on him. What? I don't know if nobody's ever loved you like this. I did the sinning. I shook my fist at God, basically, and said, I'm in charge here. The God of the universe. I said this to. There's a death penalty for that. That's like hijacking my life from my Creator. You've done it. I've done it. But you know what? Jesus said, you did the sinning. I will do the dying. And I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but that cross, you could literally walk up to that cross where Jesus is dying there in your own heart and say, Jesus, this is for me. This is not a religion. Jesus isn't Christianity. Jesus isn't Christians. Jesus isn't church. Jesus isn't a belief. He's a relationship with the person who loves you like nobody ever did. Look at how much the price was that he paid for you. And then, thank God he's not dead. He didn't stay dead. He did what No millionaire, no billionaire, no rock star, no celebrity, no pastor, no priest, no pope, no medicine man, nobody's ever been able to do. He walked out of his grave. So when you ask Jesus into your life, like Rachel did, like Nick did, like I did, you get all that love. You get all that power. That's a new beginning, man. And Jesus said, let me take the load. I took it on the cross. So what's on the other side of asking Jesus to take over your life? What's it like? Let me give you some words. Decide if you need this or not. Number one, you're clean. Feeling dirty inside? The dirtier you feel, the better it feels to get clean. Like taking a shower on a grody day. And Jesus said he will forgive every sin this very night. Literally, you could go to sleep tonight knowing every sin you've ever committed is gone from the Creator's book forever. That's why you'll be able to go to heaven. Clean. Secondly, valuable. You know how much God values you? You're not random. You're not a mistake. I don't know what you've been called. I don't know how other people have treated you, how you've been abused, hurt, betrayed. But I know this. I know that God says you are his handmade workmanship, and that you are worth so much to him that he had his son die for you. So thirdly, you're loved. And let me tell you, this is the only love you'll never lose. 4 years ago yesterday, my beautiful wife, Mama Hutch to many who are watching tonight, was suddenly gone. And the great love of my life since I was 19 was not there anymore. She would have never chosen to leave me. I would have never chosen to leave her. But we didn't have the choice. But I can tell you, if Jesus cared enough for you to die on a cross for you, you have got the one love you will never lose. And last of all, you choose Jesus and you will be safe. Maybe for the first time in your life. Not just safe now, but when you have your last heartbeat and you think about the funerals you've been to, even people your age. Whenever that happens, old or young, you will be in heaven forever. Because only your sin could keep you out, and Jesus will have erased it. So, before we go to the video, I want to just encourage you to take the backpack of a life of hurt and wounds and sin, mistakes, regrets, and walk up a hill with a cross at the top, and in your heart and in your mind, leave it there. As you say, Jesus, I'm grabbing you like a drowning person would grab a lifeguard. You're my hope. This little boy got lost in Brooklyn in New York. If you're going to get lost, find someplace else to do it. He's only 5, for heaven's sake. He's on a street corner standing there crying his eyes out. Policeman comes up to him, very perceptive, says, something wrong, little boy? He's crying. He says, yeah, I'm lost. He says, well, can you tell me your address? I'll take you home. No. How about your phone number? Can I call your mommy? I don't remember. He said, well, I don't think I can help you. I guess we'll have to take you down to the station and see what we can do. And then the officer had one other idea. He said, wait a minute. Is there anything near your house that I might recognize? And the little boy said, he sniffed and he said, yeah, mister. Next to my house, there's a big cross, a big church, and it's got a big cross on the top. And mister, if you can get me to the cross, I can find my way home. So can you. I want to invite you to take the step tonight that has changed the lives of thousands of Native American and First Nations young people across this continent. To say, Jesus, I'm yours. You say, how do you do that? You tell him you want that. So I'm going to pray right now. And if you've never begun a relationship with Jesus and you don't want to do one more day without him, you don't want to risk one more day without him, you want to be free, you want to be clean, you want to know how valuable you are, you want to be loved unconditionally and forever, and you want to be safe, would you tell him in words something like this? I'll pray out loud. You can pray in your heart or out loud if you want. Jesus, I've been running my life. I resign. I understand now that I was created by you. I was created for you. I've been about me. And I believe that when you died on that cross and went through all that suffering, you were paying for everything I've ever done wrong. And I don't want to walk away from this kind of love and the kind of power that would make it possible for you to walk out of your grave. So Jesus, right here and right now, I'm pinning all my hopes on you. And Jesus, beginning tonight, I'm yours. Well, Lord, you have heard our prayer, and thank you for the sacrifice you made for us. And I pray that someone tonight, right now, in their heart, will be coming home to the love they were made for. You. I pray for that in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, it's no accident we were together tonight, because God wanted you to be able to get to the cross to find your way home in your heart. You can see there on the screen, if you prayed that prayer and you meant what you prayed, there's a whole lot more we would like to do for you. I mean, this is just the beginning. Where do you go from here? How do you make this relationship work in your life? Got stuff I want to send you, including some of the stories of people like Rachel and Nick. So we can do that if you'll just let us know. And it's a way to kind of say to yourself, I really meant what I prayed. Just text the word hope, because you got it now. Text the word hope to us, and you can see a number there that you can text it to. Or you can just pay us a visit at oneagleswings.com/live. And either way, we'll be able to take a next step with you, because we want this to be a real beginning. Now listen, I told you how valuable you are to God. Well, that's what this video is all about. And it's a great way to wrap up tonight. And I'm glad you stayed with us for this, because in God's eyes, you are beautiful.
Not a day you don't remember, the angry words that fill your mind.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we really appreciate you tuning in. Remember, if you started that relationship, if you prayed that tonight, text HOPE to 205-857-4890. And I know some of you, again, are looking for the news about WLS. Make sure you check the WLS or OEW Facebook page. You can read the announcement there. And we hope to have you part of WLS, even though it'll look different this year. We hope you will make plans to be part of that. We'll see you next time on what we hope will be the next Live with OEW. Love you guys. Good night.